What's the weirdest, most disgusting thing you've ever seen at a party? Girl was on something and just pulled down her pants and pooped in front of everyone. Party cleared out real fast after that. Party pooper. A guy I knew would take any dare anyone handed him after he was drunk to a certain point. A bong was sitting there, so someone tells him to drink the bong water. And this was some disgusting ass bong water that hadn't been changed in so long. Irk, he got a gulp or two down before both spilling the rest on the carpet and puking on himself. The room reeked like vomit and mold/mildew. Gotta blame the darer in this case, Lil Mao Yuck. There was an old bowl of canned clam chowder someone didn't finish for dinner on the table. Someone poured a generous amount of rum chata, cinnamon-flavored cream liqueur, into it and started calling it clam chata. One girl was very drunk and hungry, ate it knowing what it was, claimed it was good, then threw up a bit into the bowl. She proceeded to finish the bowl and continued claiming it was tasty. Score. Free refills. I was at a house party with one bathroom. All night there was one guy being obnoxious and passing out every few minutes. Laying down for 15, then getting up drinking more, rinse and repeat. Eventually he passed out in the one bathroom, which caused outrage as people had to relieve themselves. A hero tried climbing a drain pipe to get into the bathroom window. On his first attempt he fell about 6 feet and landed on a bin that broke. 3 guys at the foot of the drain pipe helped him up, and one said, "Yo, fuck that bin." The 4 of them collectively stamped and kicked the bin like it owed them money until it was in many pieces. "Hey, a bin fucks with your boy? You gotta fuck that bin up, that's all I'm saying. Shoot, I'm drunk right now. Might go thrash a bin just out of solidarity with dude." A buddy of mine brought a girl to a party we were having. They were wasted and making out against my car when she turned to throw up all over the hood. He comes over to me to apologize for his date, and I told him they should clean it off, and he said, "Oh no, I did already. I peed on it to get it off." What in the trailer park, boys? My college roommate used a beer bong to chug a beer with it inserted into his rectum because it gets you drunker. He then stood and forcefully projected diarrhea around the room on pretty much every surface. He then confiscated all of our phones and wouldn't give them back because he thought we secretly recorded it. Edit. Grammar mistake bothered me. Also, this person now has his own medical practice. Insanely brilliant and wildly eccentric, but I guess those two often go hand in hand. Butt chugging. So for context, there's a beach in Texas we used to go to on the weekends in my former hometown. Basically, people play loud music and drink, and either walk around on the beach or drive from one end to the other back and forth. Thousands of people. Lots of craziness like flashing, or people straight up fucking on the beach. It was always absolutely bananas. So anyway, one time I saw one of my former classmates riding on the hood of a car butt naked dancing for everybody. Then she pulls her tampon out and starts swinging it around. Damn, that's gross. Where? I met this man on 3 separate occasions, and I literally only ever knew him as the captain. I don't do drugs, but my friends certainly did. We were at a party, and my buddy asked some girl where he could find some Molly, and she says, "You'll have to talk to the captain," and just walks away. We were absolutely fucking mystified as to what that meant. Like an answer to our prayers, the crowd splits for a second, and this dude with a comically large pirate hat just appears right in front of us. My friend goes, "Are you the captain?" Without a word, he smiles, and takes off his hat, revealing a massive bag of Gatorade Blue Molly that was taped to the inside. Then he hands my buddy a little dime bag, gives a very convincing "yarg," and disappears into the crowd. I laughed so hard I almost puked, and I swear every time I saw this dude it was like he was some mysterious pirate deity that would suddenly appear with the sole purpose of giving people free drugs, and then disappear again. Really more awesome than weird, but still my favorite party story to tell. I bet this guy goes to Burning Man. He brings Burning Man out of the playa and into our lives. I've seen a drunken army man in full uniform deep-throat a dildo in the middle of a kitchen full of people as they were chillin' and snacking. I mean, it was weird because it wasn't that type of party. He had just found one of the people's dildos. Don't even ask me how. And thought it would be funny to take it downstairs into the kitchen where we all were and stick it down a throat. Awkward. Ah yes. Communism. A girl none of us knew appeared inside the house, began hiding beers in the fridge around the apartment, started numerous arguments with the host and their friends, then proudly declared she has lesions on her brain and surgery tomorrow, and that we were all assholes. We told her she needed to go, and she took 2 more beers, flipped us off, and stole the lit cigarette from a girl on the back porch as she stumbled off into the night. This sounds like something my sister would have done in college, and I'm sorry. A dude having violent diarrhea in a Sonic 44 Oz styrofoam cup. This was in the backyard of a friend's house with perhaps 100 people at the party. He was squatted over the cup holding his balls up with one hand and holding the cup with his other and shitting his brains out. It was more than 44 Oz, and he missed the majority of it. Took about 15 seconds from dropping pants to pulling them up, doing his belt, and walking through the side gate to the front yard. It was amazing and horrifying. Why not just shit on the ground? House party back in the 90s, local punk band playing hard in the living room. There was a strobe light lighting the band pit. This will be important later. A friend of mine was passed out on the floor, propped up against a wall, just sitting there, totally out of it. My brother snuck up on him and started moving his lower lip like he was singing along. Jostling him around upset him, and he projectile vomited into the pit, with a strobe light lighting the scene. You could watch his puke fly through the air, blink, 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 splash, 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 like a scene from a horror movie. In my 40s, I went to a girls' night out at a friend's house. After a few drinks, the local high school assistant principal took off her clothes and was wearing a teddy. She got on all fours on a coffee table and pretended to be having sex from behind. Disturbing. Mid-1980s. I was at a party where cocaine was piled up on saucers, and you helped yourself with little spoons. Little spoons you used to get at McDonald's. So this is why they discontinued those spoons, LMFAO. That actually is why. They did not want to provide paraphernalia. Probably about 15 years ago, I saw this guy, absolutely plastered, get dared to walk on glowing charcoal from the fire pit, then proceed to walk into the fire pit, rather than on top of the 2 bits that the other guy had taken out for this purpose. He luckily was wearing shorts, and the fire had begun dying down so he didn't catch on fire, but he suffered some serious burns. Crazy thing is, he was smiling the entire time like, LOL, aren't I crazy? When people walk on fire, there is usually a trick and technique to it, such as coating their feet in ash beforehand, and then walking in such a way as to mostly shuffle their feet under the cooler ash that the hot coals are on and kick them out of the way. A lot of people train to do stuff like this, and so things will certainly end badly for a have-a-go like this guy. It's also really not uncommon for people not to feel pain when drunk, either due to adrenaline or the alcohol messing with brain signaling, or both. If you see people getting dared to do dumb stuff like this, please try to talk them out of it.